end of the spectrum of knowledge of Python from a previous speaker and probably most of you. But using these AI tools in the last year or so, I've been able to go from zero, I couldn't even write a loop in Python as an interview question or something. But I can say how to do it in English, and I've been learning how to do that, which is prompting for AI. And I started with ChatGPT and things like that, copy pasting. But now we have all kinds of wonderful tools where we just give it prompts and it writes code for us and go back and forth and go from your mind to a working app. And I've been doing it over and over again for the last couple of months and getting apps done in one day. I wake up in the morning with an idea, concentrate on it, and get it done. Some examples. This one I started with a sample. I didn't start from nothing, but this is a stock thing. This is done in Streamlit, and can just change the stock symbol, and now we have different data showing up, and we have headlines, things like this. This was done in Streamlit, and I hosted it on Hugging Face, which is one of the free places you can host Streamlit apps. For those following along at home, this is the web. I just put it on the Meetup, the blog post that is essentially my slide deck. And I'll go along with this. It started as a lightning talk 24 hours ago, and now it's a whole thunder talk. So in this case, my idea was I had made a GPT on ChatGPT, which lets me take any kind of calendar kind of information and turn it into a Google Calendar link, and it works really well with ChatGPT, and it's fantastic. But I thought for this case, I would try to recreate this with open source tools. Llama for the LLM hosted on Grok, and Streamlit hosted on Streamlit Community Cloud. So here's basically how I went about it, and I wrote this whole thing with taking notes and screenshots and everything, writing this blog post in a couple hours. So the first thing you want to do, the goal is make an app. It's a web app, and have it working. Test it on localhost, and then publish it, and so the whole world can see it. And I'm going to show how to do that more or less here. So the first thing is GitHub repo, and I have GitHub desktop. I'm using Windows here, and I can go new repository, and I can say Okay, so I'm making a new repository. Is everyone with me on this so far? Has anyone not done this? And I'm already logged in, so publish repository, and there I can start. And now I can see it on GitHub with nothing in it. So another thing to do is, well, I'm going to be using LM. My goal is to put in some text and have it convert to a Google Calendar link. And I had already worked out this prompt more or less to work with ChatGPT, so I had the basic prompt, but I need to use it for a different LLM, so the prompt is going to be a little bit different, but this is what I did. I went to console.graph.com. They have a playground, and you can this is my clipboard manager, so put a system prompt there, and then I have a user prompt, which is something Autodesk University is happening this week, and they have lots of these things scheduled. You can sign up on the schedule, but how do you get it on your damn calendar so you remember when it is? They don't have any button to add a calendar. They just have text. So I copied the text of the keyboard. So this is a playground for Grok, and OpenAI have it, and all OpenRouter, all these different LLM providers have something similar. And you put in your prompts, and you hit submit, and you get a response. And this looks like it's working pretty well. It even has a add to Google Calendar, and look, see if it works. So it didn't have the title, but it got some of it. So these are things you go back and forth with LLMs prompting this input and this prompt, combination, different settings, and you try to get it to work the way you want. So then here we have this is the LLM model. We have all kinds of choices here, and then you say view code, Python, and you can get this. This is a basic code for making that chat completion. Now this isn't the whole app, it just gives you sort of the basis of the LLM part of it. Now, to use Streamlit. Streamlit is this wonderful thing. Streamlit is a Python library that lets you write Python code, and all the back end, front end, every logic, everything is just Python code. And then first you run it at localhost, and then there are different ways to publish it, which I'll talk about later. So Streamlit.io, and they have the docs, and they have community, things like that, and it's great. So here's how, get from the beginning here. I'll show, so this is the one that I got working yesterday. First thing I did was I copied these two files in. This one is just a, so that's just got some things for the appearance, and then this one has F3. I have a Mac keyboard on this right now, so this has my API key, just one line. So those are parts. That's some of the things how you set up Streamlit, and then the rest is just we need git ignore, which will ignore this secrets. You can set that up in Git, and then the application. So now I want to show cursor. This is amazing. Cursor is an editor based on, what is it? Visual Studio Code. Yeah. It's a fork, but they've added all these different kinds of AI things in it, and you can do all kinds of things. Like here, and then chat, and open the chat sidebar. But which is good. This chat stuff is good, but the really heart of the thing, and I think it's just a month old or 2 months old, is called Composer. Control I. So this is a really powerful AI tool, and it's using Claude 3.5 Sonnet by default, and that works really well. So let me see if I can, let me start this with, let me close this, close file, close folder, and open folder, and I did that type part. So here, it's indexing, and where's the rest of my, contact is there, did I put it in the right place? Maybe I have to copy this here, and GitHub typey. Okay, just copy this folder over, and I think I'll copy Git ignore too, because you don't want, when you publish to Git, you don't want the secrets to go onto GitHub. Okay, so there it is. So here I have got my first prompt that I just wrote, text, kind of the outline of the what I wanted it to write to start with. And so this is, okay. I'm going to take this. copy it, Control I for cursor, and get this nice big prompt in here. Something like that. It probably won't work on the first time. Stop. Try this again. Oh, first I go new file app.py. So that's kind of the default name. And I could have done this here. So there's that. And that. So it's a big prompt telling it what to write, and then you just hit enter, and it goes ahead and starts writing code. Look at what this is. One prompt. And look what it does. And if you like it, you can look at it. This is all new, of course. If there's something that wasn't there red, that's deleted, and green is new. They accept all. And then it wrote all this code just from the one prompt. And it'll write files, it'll do all kinds of things. So I wrote this, and I mean, this will probably work. So you just to show, go terminal, and then it's Streamlit, run, and the name of the Python file. And that's a running app right now. Probably not very good, but how much code did I write? Pretty much zero. I wrote a prompt. So this cursor thing, you can go back and forth. If there's an error, you paste it into you copy and paste the error, and it goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'll try to fix it, and just back and forth, localhost. I have autosave on this, and there's one other thing that I did was, where's the settings? There's one thing you can do is you can make a .cursor rule file, which is like a system prompt for the whole composer, for all the AI inside cursor. So if you have special things, whatever, does everyone understand what a system prompt is? Kind of overall, I'm writing in this kind of thing, and I need this standard, and whatever you need, you can put in there. It's like an extra prompt. But something else here is that, is it features? Or is it data? Features maybe? Where is it? Oh, code base indexing. I added one website, which is the docs for Streamlit. So it already has kind of almost like a knowledge base. So when I did that prompt, it had, because it probably looking at this somehow, probably did better than if I just depended on the LLM on its own without whatever's in the LLM's memory or capabilities. So this is almost like a RAG or a knowledge base. This is really good. So I'm going to go back to my other one. Close folder. Open folder. So this one is already working and working nicely. So again, you go terminal, and Streamlit. And this is the one that's working. And let's see so here's the Autodesk website, and here's something I want to remember on the calendar. So I go Control C and put it in here. How am I doing on time?
You're good. You're only 15 minutes so far.
15 minutes so far?
Yeah.
So here it is working. I click on here. There it is. Not bad, huh? Save.
Wow.
And it's on my calendar. Make sense? All right, so I have working apps working in localhost. Again, you can go back to see this blog post if you want to see the details or see it slower. All working. I went back and forth with Composer, had errors, had added fave icons and all kinds of good stuff here. Oh, another thing you need is requirements.txt, which is actually, you don't, for Streamlit Community Cloud, you don't need the first one, I just need a drop. And that is, that one, and you can do it manually. Yeah, it's probably not hard to do manually, but I did it with a prompt. That's how lazy I am. So how do we publish this? Well, let me do it for that, for the other one, because I'm doing it from scratch. So I'm going to kill this one, and file, close folder, and go back to this one, which won't be working, but just to show how to publish it. Make sure it's up there. Okay, this is the bad one. But here's this button called deploy. And there are different ways of publishing it. You can do your own thing. So here's one I did on here. Oh, here I bought a $15 a year VPS and put a Docker on it. And it's just running. It doesn't shut off, it just runs. I have to learn about this. I used ChatGPT, how to make a Docker, how to put a really simple Streamlit app, and the damn thing worked. I don't even know what I'm doing. $15 a year for a server. Maybe it's the next talk. And as I said, Hugging Face also has it. You can, for free, but there's a problem with Hugging Face, or a trick. It makes its own GitHub repo and gives you it. And there's some trick with the authorization, which I figured out once, and I forgot how I've done it because I got a new computer. So, but Hugging Face is the possibility that this could be another talk, but it's nice. It's a little bit cleaner than the Streamlit Community Cloud. But we're going to do Streamlit Community Cloud here. Where was my? Okay, here deploy, and you say deploy now, and it has not been published to GitHub, so I got to go publish it. And here, summary, new, push origin. So we see that is up here. I didn't even test it. I don't even know if it works, but it doesn't matter. Just showing how to publish it. And where were we? Streamlit Community Cloud. Okay, try it again. So I already have given Streamlit Community Cloud access to my GitHub. See, it's because it started there. It already sort of knows. It already sort of knows where to go. Up.py, and then here I make up a thing. TyPy, and then here this is a trick. Advanced settings. Remember that secrets? You copy and paste the secrets in there. The secrets here is my Grok API key that everyone gets to see. And here, so you just take that file and paste it in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me just see if it, let me just see if this even works. Okay, it does something. It's probably not. I'll try it. Yeah, actually worked. First try, look at that. Did I write any code? Woo! That was a prompt. Okay, where were we? We're publishing it now. So Streamlit Community Cloud, I gave it a URL, I gave it the secret, and it says domain is available, so that's the thing. Look how easy this is. It's reading it from GitHub, deploy. How easy is this? Something from your mind into the world in however long it takes you. I've been writing these apps in a day. While this is going, I'll show you another app that I did the other day. I've been thinking about this for a year. This is Autodesk Construction Cloud. It takes three-legged authorization, which is crazy, and reads data from, it's a thing for building projects, and one of the databases inside this Autodesk Construction Cloud is issues. And this was one, I did this in less than a day. Authenticate with Autodesk. Allow Autodesk authorization. Fetch the issues. And I can see here, these are the issues here. So there's something about a table in here. One of the tables in the wrong place, one of the issues. So here, compose, RFI. Oh, there's one about outlet placement. I'll just do a table. So it's reading, all it is taking this list of issues and putting it in the front of an LLM prompt. And here it composed a request for information, reading the information from the issues. I'm so proud of myself. Less than 1 day from zero. Okay, here, what do we have? Yep, on error. Okay, so there's an error. But so what I would do, I would go in here. This is good. So go back. Is this typo? Yeah. So I don't know what it is. I don't even read the error. I don't care. I'm too dumb. And I'm just going to refresh this and just paste the error in. See if it's. Oh, I didn't have the requirements.txt. That's why. So look, it wrote my requirements.txt. Except all. I forgot. It's okay. I have AI. I don't have to think. All right. So I go back to this one. U and update. Push origin. So it did the requirements.txt when you make that thing in Streamlit Community Cloud, makes some kind of container, and it runs pip install on all the things in requirements.txt. And so I think I might have to oh, there it is. And look at that. 2 prompts. Live web app with LLM. Llama 3.2, 90B, running on Grok, streaming. I don't even know what I'm doing. And look how useful is that? It's essentially a GPT that I've done all with open source. And you saw me do it live. Huh? Oh. Again, this is one prompt. You go back and forth. You get exactly what you want. With the other one, I went back and forth maybe 10, 15 times to get it the way I want it. All right, anything else here? So git ignore, deployment, and that's about it. I'll show one more feature that I really like in so here, you can, in cursor, Control C, I have a prompt called make app look better.
Generate more money.
Yeah, why not? So I'm just gonna put it in here. All right, and go to cursor. So I'll just refresh this, and so I'm here, Control Control I. All right, and you go, when you want to add stuff, you go like, you do the commercial @ sign, and you can go code base. I guess it helps if you're here, but it doesn't matter. So all you do is here, I think I'll go app.py, and then I'll go files. Where is it? Where's make app got better? Make app look better. Here we go. So this is just a prompt, right? If you use enhance visual appearance, sidebar, make it nice. So this is my prompt. A couple of @ signs. See what it does.
You're at 25 minutes, by the way.
Huh?
25 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is generating. Any questions? Yes.
Is there anything that you've really got stuck with that you found was a hard limit and not been able to solve it?